Hello everybody, it's Steve Katsikaris, Norland, Coboconk, and Minden Watchdog. Just doing this video here this day here just to go over some paperwork which I've now obtained from a fellow that ran for mayor in the Mississauga, city of Mississauga, sorry, in the election there a year or so ago. His name is Kevin J. Johnson, and he just spent some time in prison and has just been released from prison just maybe about a month ago now or so. And the cops are still bugging him at Peel Regional Police. Anyways, make a long story short, I got his paperwork here, and what I want to do now is show you some bogus paperwork and some also bogus reporting from you know who down in Toronto there, CityTV. Boy, did I catch you guys in your fake news. Fake news. You admitted the guy was charged under the criminal code, but you didn't say where. And you even admitted that M103 is a motion and not a law. And you basically played the game that Kevin J. Johnson is a criminal, and I don't see a follow-up story about what has happened to him. Like he was convicted, and he went to jail for 6 weeks, and now he's out again. We don't see a story about that anywhere. But what we're going to go through now is to show the public, and this is for the sake of the public interest, about the criminal conspiracies happening with the Attorney General of Canada. These courthouses, judges, and prosecutors alike are all guilty of this, of obstruction of justice in any manner, 139, and just conspiracy. So anyways, you can see right in front of you here, this is Kevin J. Johnson's paperwork that I obtained, and it's called an undertaking. And we're just going to go over a couple little things here that can prove right away that this is fake paperwork, okay? If you take a look at the right-hand corner, you will see a number, all right? Well, that number is a police incident number. It's not a court file number. So if he was charged, he would be under a Form 10 with a folder number and a court file number. And if you just give me a second here, we'll just take a look over here. I'm showing you a real court file number here. And you can see it looks quite a bit different. It's got letters in it. It's got a slash in it. So that's the difference between a court file number and a police incident number. A police incident number looks like a barcode on the side of a Kellogg's Corn Flakes Tony the Tiger box.
Fascinating.
Nice long serial number, that's what it is. Yeah, court file number looks like that. So they used a bogus file number, they used a police incident number. I know this because they've done this to me. And what's going on here, and CityTV, guilty of all this with collusion with the police. I even got the cops on here too, saying they had to go to Ottawa, the Attorney General in Ottawa, to charge Kevin J. Johnson in Brampton.
Today, after a 5-month investigation with multiple incidents, our investigators from 11 Division put together a brief, basically, and presented it to the Attorney General's office in relation to reported incidents by Kevin J. Johnson on various social media sites. With that information presented to the Attorney General's office.
And they admitted they did it under the criminal code.
Now, Johnston was actually charged under the Criminal Code of Canada. M103 is a motion, not a law.
Well, that's ridiculous. You don't go to the Attorney General and ask permission to charge someone. You, as the Crown in the courthouse, make the determination if someone's going to be charged, and you bring it on a Form 10 and a file number, and you bring them before a judge, not a justice of the peace. Those are the procedures. What I'm getting at is CityTV and the police have admitted that they went to the Attorney General to throw Kevin J. Johnson or put him on trial and charge him for hate speech. All right? He didn't do hate speech or they would have properly prosecuted him. That's what I'm saying. This is what the allegation is, the lie. So, they went to the Attorney General. Then they played the game of M103. See the clip here.
M103 is a motion, not a law, that was passed earlier this year by the House of Commons.
It's a serious offer, people. Get your cameras, hide them in the rafters, hide them behind the basketball nets, hide them in your own clothes, pretend to pray. Whatever it takes, get that to me. If we find any hate speech in there, and you're kind enough to tell us the student's name, the school, and the date you recorded it, it's $1,000 cash.
Now, because of the nature of Johnson's alleged crime, the Attorney General's office had to be consulted before a hate crime charge could be leveled against him.
All right. Now that you see the clip, you can see they admitted it was emotion, not law. Just like I was talking about these COVID-19 things, starting with their rules, not laws.
Man, you want to know who the best is? That's him, Iceman. That's the way he flies, ice cold, no mistakes. Just wears you down, you get bored, frustrated, do something stupid, and he's got you.
Fascinating is a word I use for the unexpected.
But that was the deception. What they did by going to the Attorney General, the police, and whoever against Mr. Johnson here, illegally went to the Attorney General of Canada, who's a criminal, and asked him to quietly use the anti-terrorist laws, Bill C-36. And if you take a look at my other videos I put up, you'll see what Bill C-36 is all about. And it's called the creation of offenses. That's right. They create offenses and throw upon you. So you don't have to do a crime. You don't have to be involved in terrorism. They just have to disagree with you. And the Attorney General of Canada or his deputy under 507.1 paragraph 11 can introduce Bill C-36 in secret upon someone without them knowing and just play the game. So what's going on here is that anti-terrorist laws are being used on a guy that's running in politics. The police are after a guy that's running for mayor, so that's involving themselves in politics, which is forbidden under the Police Services Act, Section 4. I'll get into that in another video. This is just unbelievable. And he even admitted, they went to the Attorney General, CityTV even admitted that he was charged under the criminal code, but it had to go through the Attorney General of Canada, that's up in Ottawa. That's Bill C-36. So what I'm saying here is, CityTV is broadcasting fake news and basically knowing that somebody's been charged for anti-terrorist laws and covering it up by trying to play the M103 game, which is a motion, not a law. So CityTV is going to get a letter from me. I'm going to be helping Kevin J. Johnson get out of this mess, because I'm in this same situation as well, to retract this video off of YouTube and make an apology to him, because he was never charged at all. None. This is a secret prosecution, and now that Kevin J. Johnson has been found guilty, gone to jail, he should be where? In criminal case law if he was properly charged. If you look him up now in criminal case law, it's like he was never even in a courthouse. So this is cruel and unusual punishment by abuse of power by Ottawa and the mainstream media like CityTV to let anti-terrorist laws use secret prosecutions on people that are trying to get into government. And not once did CityTV mention that Kevin J. Johnson was running for mayor as a candidate. They just called him a blogger. So yeah, get your facts straight. And you even admitted he wasn't charged by saying it's not law, M103 right there. And they had to go to the Attorney General. That's Bill C-36. It's called the creation of offenses. They declare you a terrorist, they make you an entity of terror, and then they create the offense of whatever they want. Bingo. So that's how we caught them. And now CityTV does have a chance to retract this statement of what they said, apologize to Kevin J. Johnson in writing, because he's going to be running for mayor in the next election, and then you're going to do a follow-up video of him being cruel and unusual punishment to him by being found guilty, not by a judge, by a justice of the peace, which is totally illegal. So there you go. So if you don't retract your statement and send a letter of apology to Mr. J. Johnson and correct the story in saying that he's been charged illegally under the abuse of power of anti-terrorist laws, then CityTV is going to face a statement of claim for $50 million for defamatory and also deceiving the Canadian public. Plain and simple. And then we'll put you in the spotlight, CityTV. So yes, it is a threat. You're going to fix this, or you're going to find yourselves in a $50 million lawsuit with Kevin J. Johnson, and we got the paperwork to prove it. So there's the paperwork. It's up on the internet. It's up on the video. You can see it's not a court file number, and this is bogus paperwork, and this is the only piece of paper that Kevin J. Johnson has. He's not allowed to see the case. You know why? It's all top secret. And that's the proof again that conspiracy's happening against him, municipal corruption's happening against him right now, because this is definitely crooked people in government at the municipal level that are after him, and also the federal government as well, and the provincial government for allowing to use their courthouses this way. This is just a total miscarriage of justice, totally an abuse of power, and now the people can see this video that this is a bogus document. Plain and simple. Now, I'll even go down and check some more stuff out and see if I can bring something else out here for you.
Please, Spock, do me a favor. And don't say it's fascinating. No. But it is interesting.
Okay, before we go away, let's just take a look at this document again. I already went over the police incident number with you, but take a look at here. Right just below the incident number, you'll see the date of the offense. This is crap too, and this is even hilarious to see this. It says, I, Kevin J. Johnson, blah, 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 understand that I have been charged that on or about the day, between the 17th day of January and the 17th day of July, 2017. At the city of Mississauga, I unlawfully did commit the offense of promoting hatred at 3192. Well, sorry, this is baloney right now, folks. So, if he did a hate crime, they would have to be a specific date and time. Even if he did it on the internet, they need to say it happened on this time and this date. They didn't. They made a range, 17th of January to the 17th of July. No, you can't do that. You can't do that at all. If he did a crime, you have to say what day and time he did it. You can't go and put a 6-month timeline like that. That's ridiculous. And then where? Look at this. City of Mississauga. Where in Mississauga did he do this? Where did this alleged crime happen? It's a big city out there, folks. You just can't say in the city of Mississauga. You'd have to indicate on this street, on this address, at this time, he did the crime of hate speech. They cannot do that. That's the proof there. So don't be a fool, and also promoted hatred on a 319. Let's see right now if anybody in Canada can pull out any criminal case law to prove that Kevin J. Johnson was found guilty of a criminal offense under 319(2) of the Criminal Code. I'll tell you right now, I've already checked. He simply does not exist anywhere. It's almost like he's not even in a courthouse. And I have my sources at the university too that can check Canadian case law. He's not there. So that's how I know, folks. I have access to criminal case law like lawyers do, but so do students at university, and I'm a Ryerson University student, and there's good students out there that have given me the keys and have looked up this stuff on case law. And I'm not in there. Kevin J. Johnson's not in there. It's just unbelievable. And that's when they took him there. This is his bail sheet too, so the 8th of September 2017. That's probably the only thing that's actually correct on this whole document here. And the other big one, go to the bottom now. You'll see the bottom part of the sheet there. That was not a judge, S. Boudad. Nope, that was not a judge. That was a green sash justice of the peace. That's nothing more than a glorified court scheduler. That's why he didn't get a Form 10, Kevin J. Johnson, because that's obstruction of justice, playing a hoax prosecution under 465B of the Criminal Code, and S. Boudad is not a judge. That's a friggin' justice of the peace. The justice of the peace cannot do this. He needed to be charged, folder file number, Form 10, and brought before a red sash judge when you get a criminal offense. That didn't happen. He went before a justice of the peace. And then later, when he went to his trial, he didn't get a judge either. He got a justice of the peace again. So both times, his bail hearing and also his trial, he didn't get a judge. He got a justice of the peace. Yeah, unbelievable. Unbelievable. And now we caught him, folks. Now we caught him.
I'm gonna need a beer to put these flames out. Yo! It's great, Mav. Real slick.